الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلوات وأتم التسليم على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. أسعد الله أيامنا وأيامكم وكل عام وأنتم بألف خير. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب والأئمة من بعده عليه وعليهم السلام. In the modern world that we live in a time of speed, a time of technology, a time of advancement, a time where everything is at the click of your finger, whether you're pressing enter on your computer or whether you're turning the channel on your television satellite. And this means nothing other than we, the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, live in a more difficult situation where the global world is becoming more and more aware and understanding of each other. Along with the goodness of technology and advancement and modernity and everything else, there are the bad sides to it. The westernization of the world. And I say westernization because westernization isn't only being influenced by the Western lifestyle if you're in the West, but also in the East, and in particular the Middle East, are also being influenced by the ongoing bombardments of Western values influencing and infiltrating the Middle Eastern world. And so, again, it is very difficult for us to find out the very foundations of our belief in whatever situation we may be. Whatever kind of level of knowledge we might have, we can see that we are under a lot of different targeting, whether it be from people outside of our faith, non-Muslims, and their view towards Islam, whether it be people that do not follow the Ahlul Bayt school of thought and the way they look at the followers of Ahlul Bayt and the Shia, or even, unfortunately, within our own Shia circles, we can see the difference in ideological understanding. When we come and look at such an event that we are celebrating today, mashallah, the event of Ghadir Khum, we can see, as straightforward as it may be, as obvious as it may be, it is still under the continuous targeting and attacking, where there are even people within our own faith that question the very event itself. And throughout my very short speech with you all today, I will be referring to a little bit of these issues that we as followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam really need to educate ourselves about. There will come a time where we will realize that if we had emphasized more on our foundation, especially in our belief and our creed, we wouldn't have reached the stage that we are in. And we all only need to refer back to other communities, Muslim communities, Shia communities, living in Australia, and we will come to realize that we are also in danger. In danger in the sense of our practice, in danger in the sense of our identity, in danger in the sense of our theological belief. On whatever level it may be, we can see that when dealing with the life of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, each and every event that unfolded within the history of the Risala of our Prophet is of utmost importance for us today. We cannot say that what happened at that time has no importance or significance for us today, because the time of the Prophet was the time of the Prophet and our time is a different time. We can see that in every aspect and every dimension of the Prophet's life, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is very much involved in the fundamental of our belief. Whether it was in the very beginning of his Ba'tha and him announcing who is going to be the right-hand man for him, whether it is throughout the battles and wars that he had with other groups of people, and him clearly emphasizing on a particular individual that will take the role in the continuation of leading the Ummah, or whether it came up to the event of Ghadir Khum. And by the way, when we look at Ghadir Khum was not when the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, listen everyone, Imam Ali is your Imam. Everyone at that time had already knew so many times before that the successor, the next person after the Holy Prophet ﷺ was going to be Imam Ali. But Ghadir Khum, and by the way, Ghadir Khum happened on the 10th year after Hijrah. It was a time where the Holy Prophet had foretold his passing away. He said to everyone, he said that this following year, I am going to be leaving you. So everyone knew that this Hajj pilgrimage that the Holy Prophet was going to perform was going to be the last Hajj pilgrimage that he was going to have. And this is why everyone knew that it was called Hajjatul Wida', the farewell Hajj pilgrimage. Everyone knew this. Another name for this Hajj that the Holy Prophet ﷺ had performed was, or the name of it was Hajjatul Iblagh, the Hajj of informing, which is of course very obvious as to what it is that he was going to inform. Now, this being such a crucial event, thousands more of the Muslims had attended the Hajj pilgrimage this year more than they would have in previous years. And so, when the Hajj was over and the Holy Prophet was heading back towards Medina, a lot of people chose to travel along with the Prophet so they can bid him farewell, so they can say goodbye to him, because it was going to be the last time that they are going to be seeing the Prophet. And so he got to a place called Khum. Ghadir, by the way, Ghadir is the Arabic name for a pond or a lagoon. So Ghadir Khum literally means the lagoon of Khum, which was a place in between Mecca and Medina. So when the Prophet reached Ghadir Khum, and Medina was towards his north, and then it was an intersection for other paths towards Iraq, towards Yemen, towards Egypt, and north towards Medina al-Munawwara. So everyone was there, all knowing that this was going to be the last point that they are going to be seeing the Prophet. So he intentionally stopped there, awaiting the tens and thousands of people. The least amount that we can say would be 30,000, according to traditions. The tens and thousands of amount of people awaiting the inauguration of Imam Ali alayhi salam, Tatweej al-Imam, for him to be enthroned with the crown of Imamah. And this is why I said that everyone knew who Imam Ali alayhi salam was. This was only the official ceremony in crowning Imam Ali alayhi salam as the Imam. And this is why I come back and remind you of what I just said previously, where unfortunately we have within our own circles, we can see that there are particular misunderstandings, whether it is regarding the word wali or mawla, where the Holy Prophet ﷺ says, when in the beginning of his khutbah, where he says, "Alastu awla bikum min anfusikum," and am I not more worthy over you than you are of yourselves? And everyone said, "Bala ya Rasulullah," yes, O Messenger of Allah, you have more rights over us. The Prophet has the wilaya, the authority, the guardianship over the people. And then he raised the hand of Imam Ali alayhi salam and he said, as everyone knows the hadith off by heart, "Man kuntu mawlah, fahadha aliyun mawlah. Allahumma wali man walah, wa'adi man adah, wansur man nasarah, wakhdhul man khadhalah." This is very straightforward. Everyone knows this hadith. This is a hadithun mutawatir, a widely transmitted tradition that has been mentioned in books of Sunnah and Ahl Sunnah and Shia, whether they were arch enemies of Imam Ali alayhi salam or whether they were the loyal friends of Imam Ali. They had still acknowledged the very statement of the Holy Prophet in what it is that he said. They can't argue the event of Ghadir, but they argue the wordings of what the Holy Prophet ﷺ had said. Of course, why? Because fi qulubihim marad, they have sicknesses in their hearts, knowing very well that Imam Ali alayhi salam is the axle, he is the point between haqq wa batil, and there's no compromising in that. So, because they were not able to deny the very hadith of Ghadir Khum, they started to question the word Mawla. And they said Mawla in the Arabic language has more than 32 meanings. It could mean Rabb, it could mean Marboob, meaning it could mean Lord, it could mean master, it could mean friend, it could mean slave, it could mean servant. There are so many different words meanings to the word Mawla. So why would you say that Mawla, man kuntu Mawla, fahadha aliyun Mawla, is specifically referring to Imam Ali being appointed as the Khalifa of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Of course, there are many answers to this. The most simple of these answers is that the Holy Prophet ﷺ had already spoken about the many virtues and the many status that Imam Ali ﷺ had, and explained all of this to the Muslim Ummah of the time. Everyone knew the high status that Imam Ali ﷺ had. So there was no need for him to stop tens and thousands of people in a desert sand and the hot weather, everyone very tired, for him to say, everyone, whoever considers me as their friend, Imam Ali is their friend. It would be applicable, the word friend would be applicable to Imam Ali, it would be applicable to Hassan al-Thabit, it would be applicable to many other people, because the Holy Prophet ﷺ befriended many others. Why did the Holy Prophet ﷺ not say this in favor of his many other rightful or truthful companions? Other than this, when he says, "Man kana ana nabiyuh fa'aliyun amiruh," or if he would say, why would he say, "Man kuntu," why would the Holy Prophet ﷺ say, "Ali waliyu kulli mu'minin wa mu'minatin ba'di"? This is what I want to emphasize on the word ba'di. Ba'di means after me. Again, he's using the same word, wali or mawla. علي ولي كل مؤمن ومؤمنة